Welcome to the Martha Bassett Show, coming to you from the historic Reeves Theater in Elkin, North Carolina, a home for music in the heart of the foothills. Tonight you're listening to our show in partnership with Piedmont Opera from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The Martha Bassett Show features national artists, local talent, and the music of Martha Bassett. Tonight on the show we welcome David LaMotte, Mink's Miracle Medicine, and in partnership with Piedmont Opera, Kristin Schwecke and Caroline Barclift-Hayes. It's a great night with some of the finest music you'll hear anywhere. So let's get it started with Martha and the band on a jump blues number by Ruth Brown, As Long As I'm Moving.
You're crazy about love and I'm crazy about love myself. You're crazy about love and I'm crazy about love myself. When I'm with you, baby, can't think about nothing else. I've seen so many men, it's like looking through a fine-tooth comb. I've seen so many men, it's like looking through a fine-tooth comb. But these young cats will make a good girl lose her home. I wanna go north, east, south, west, every which way, as long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving, baby, I don't care. You got big bold shoulders built like a trailer truck. You got big bold shoulders built like a trailer truck. Let me run with you, daddy, and maybe I'll check my luck. These boys are getting out of hand. I gotta watch myself, these boys are getting out of hand. They get out of school and start acting like a natural man. I wanna go north, east, south, west, every which way, as long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving, baby, I don't care. Because Mink don't feel that way. Well, it must be right because Mink don't feel that way. Don't you talk that talk, don't believe a thing you say. I wanna go north, east, south, west, every which way, as long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving. Long as I'm moving, baby, I don't care. Thank you. Mink's Miracle Medicine was established in 2013 by West Virginia songwriters Daniel Zazeski and Melissa Wright. Their music has been described as songs that feel like paintings. They've performed on NPR's Mountain Stage and at Nashville's legendary Bluebird Cafe. Whether performing as a full rock band or an acoustic duo, this ensemble is sure to cure what ails you. Please join me. Thank you. I made that up myself. Please join me in welcoming for the first time to our show, Mink's Miracle Medicine.
How are y'all doing? We're going to kick off with some of our, I like to call them art songs. This is one that my co-writer, Danny, wrote. And it's called Freedom Queen.
Can we start that again? I'm sorry, I forgot my pick. Oh, this is all part of the show.
We rushed. They told us we could start over if we want, so.
I took the opportunity. Only it doesn't happen often. I would have to really ride that one out 99% of the time. Anyways, this song's about growing up in a small town.
It's the same song.
Same song. With a pick.
We were riding in your car down to the corner store to get some smokes, laughing at the world. You're the joke of all jokes. Sit down and walk away. Leave now, there's no other way. Calm down, don't tell me to calm down. I'm already calm. Southside hills, down to the Salvation Army. I was flirting with the world. I'll leave one day, and I never wanna go there again. I never wanna go there again. Can't stand to lose the light again. Can't stand to lose the light. Cause you never helped me, but you set me free. And I never loved you, but you sure loved me. Freedom queen. Cause you never helped me, but you set me free. And I never loved you, but you sure loved me. Freedom queen. If I had my way, I would lock you up forever and throw away the key. Freedom queen. If I had my way, I would lock you up forever and throw away the key. Freedom queen. If I had my way, I would lock you up forever and throw away the key. Freedom queen.
Thank you.
This next one is one that I borrowed from a book. It was a novel by a songwriter and poet I loved named Leonard Cohen. Yes. And the novel is called Beautiful Losers. And in the novel, there's this chant in the middle that goes, I change and I stay the same. 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 I thought it would be really cool in a song. So here is Beautiful Losers. stepped on a subway, eat at the boardwalk, watching the sun play on the skin. Beautiful losers tied to the handrail, lied to their parents, staying at Polly's house again. Mystery come, mystery go. I change and I stay the same. I change and I stay. Mystery came, mystery went. I change and I stay the same. I change and I stay. Beautiful loser, touching her lips through ocean salt, cry like a dolphin, thrown like a wave against the rocks. You let the mystery come, you let the mystery go. I change and I stay the same, laughing at the same old show. Mystery came, mystery went. I change and I stay the same. I change and I stay. I change and I stay the same. I change and I stay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And we'd love to welcome the band out for our next song.
Can you tell me where you got the name for your band?
Mink's Miracle Medicine. It's I got it from actually from a craft fair in Cary, North Carolina.
Really?
Yes, there was an artist there who had these paintings where they would customize like I don't know, it was like a picture of a horse pulling a wagon, and it said like Blank's Miracle Medicine. And there was the picture of the wagon and then the horse drawing it, and my friend had been calling me Mink, so I said, hey, put Minks in there, and so it's Mink's Miracle Medicine. And I thought it was kind of a funny band name that's stuck around.
It's easy to remember. It's good. It's good. Melissa, you told me you started out in old-time music, and tell me a little bit about that. Were you always on guitar, or do you play other instruments?
I started I was playing the auto harp when I was maybe 11 or 12, and I just loved learning songs and writing songs on the auto harp, and then eventually picked up the mandolin and started playing guitar, and after that, writing songs.
And guitar really lends itself to writing.
It does, much better than the auto harp's pretty fun, but
Auto harp's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Not many people play it.
Yeah.
maybe next time I'll have to bring it.
Yeah, absolutely. Daniel, how about you? Where do you come from musically? And geographically?
So I was Scranton, Pennsylvania. Scranton. You got and The Office, of course, yeah. But punk rock. I grew up playing in punk bands, and it was just a lot of screaming and not knowing how to play guitar really. And then
You've worked it out.
Worked it out. I always loved, growing up as a kid, loved listening to Counting Crows in the car with my parents, stuff like that. I've always had a special place for like just singer-songwriter music. You know.
There's a big. I've noticed a lot of people who play old time music also like punk, and the other way around.
Yeah,
so there's
yes,
they kind of go
absolutely.
together in a strange,
Yes.
beautiful way.
Yeah, they just
Usually 3 chords.
3 chords and a lot of variations
And
of
fast.
3 chords.
Yeah, and
Yes.
energy. It's all about the groove and the energy.
Yeah.
How did you guys get together?
Oh.
We actually met at a concert. We were both coming with the bass players who were in the same band. They weren't playing bass at the same time.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to explain
It was
their relationship, but we met
Hackensaw
at a
Boys
show.
at
Yeah,
the
Hackensaw
Jefferson
Boys.
Theater. Yeah. I came with the old bass player, Jessie Fisk. She came with the new one, John Miller.
Okay.
And then we met in the green room. She came up to me.
Oh.
And then a couple weeks later, I was playing a gig, and then she pops in. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I pulled the line. I was like, do I know you? And
Is that the way you remember it, Melissa?
Yes.
it was quick.
Well, you clearly have some magic between you and with your songwriting and your sound, and it's so atmospheric and beautiful and thoughtful. And I love this next song that you're going to do. Will you tell us a little bit about how it came about?
Yes, this is a song called the Nashville Song, and it's a classic singer-songwriter of dilemma of trying to pursue becoming a songwriter and failing.
Beautiful.
It's the Twilight Zone.
This is the Nashville Song.
No money and only packed a little dress she wore. And peeking in the rearview mirror, all a girl could need was a place for getting clean. No manufacturers designed a cookie cutter yet for punching out a dream. She thought one day she'd be an Opry star, ride home in a parade as the radio is playing her big single again. You better let it go a little. Hold to your head. Now she was only there that morning 'cause the coffee is free on Tuesdays and they serve it strong. When she gazed into some eyes and realized they were attached to another rambler on. Oh man, he had a heart beneath his rib cage, and his lungs sighed out a voice, and his face was one that hadn't shaved in weeks.
Thank you.
Miracle Medicine. They will be back.
Thank you.
The Martha Bassett Show is thrilled to partner with Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist, the lead sponsor of the Martha Bassett Show. The U.S. News and World Report's 2023 edition of Best Graduate Schools ranked Wake Forest University School of Medicine among the top 50 research programs in the nation. They're the gold standard of healthcare. Wake Forest Baptist Davie Medical Center made the Becker Hospital Review list of top-rated hospitals for patient experience, state by state. It's Atrium Health, Wake Forest Baptist, where innovation and compassion meet. We are also very excited to announce our newest sponsor to the Martha Bassett Show Massed General Store. Established in 1883, these folks are family and employee-owned. It's Mass General Store. Not just a store, it's a destination. Now let's get back to the Martha Bassett Show in beautiful downtown Elkin at the Reeves Theater with Martha Bassett.
Thank you. I'd like to do a Nancy Griffith song for you. I found your letter in my mailbox today. You were just checking if I was okay. And if I miss you, well, you know what they say. Just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, and I feel one coming on soon. No need to tell me you'd like to be friends and help me get back on my feet again. And if I miss you, well, it's just now and then, just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, and I feel one coming on soon. There's a blue moon shining when I am reminded of all we've been through. Such a blue moon shining, does it ever shine down on you? You act as if it never hurt you at all, like I'm the only one who's getting up from a fall. Don't you remember? Can't you recall? Just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon, and I feel one coming on soon, just once in a very blue moon. Thank you. One of the most wonderful things that's happened to our show is that twice a year we've had the honor of partnering with Piedmont Opera in Winston-Salem. Tonight we're bringing you a singer with whom I've had the pleasure of working many times in the past. Chances are that if you've seen a Piedmont Opera production, you've heard the brilliant voice of Kristin Schwecke. Kristin is a native of Wisconsin, yes. And she earned a master's degree in voice from the University of Wisconsin-Madison before moving to Winston-Salem, where she added to her credits a performing artist certificate from the A.J. Fletcher Opera Institute at the University of North Carolina School of the Arts. Tonight, she is joined by Caroline Barclift Hayes on piano, who is also a graduate of the A.J. Fletcher Opera Institute, as well as the Collaborative Piano Program. Will you please welcome Kristin Schwecke and Caroline Barclift Hayes.
I'm so happy to be here on the Martha Bassett Show. Martha and I have had many chances to sing together and do things, but I've never been on the show, so I'm really excited to be here. I'm also very excited to be here as the representative of Piedmont Opera tonight. Piedmont Opera is our local Winston-Salem opera company, and if you haven't been to a show at Piedmont Opera, I hope you'll consider coming to a show. We have some shows coming up this season. There are 2 full productions. At the end of October, they're putting on an opera about Joan of Arc in Winston-Salem at Centenary United Methodist Church. And in the spring, they're actually doing a musical. They're doing Man of La Mancha, which I think, which will be really fun. That'll be out in High Point. So definitely check out piedmontopera.org for all of that information. There's also so many events that Piedmont Opera does throughout the year. They have opera events where opera singers like me go to breweries and sing a little bit of opera, sing a little bit of something else. So yeah, definitely check out some Piedmont Opera events, please. So I wanted to start off my set tonight with some opera. This is a lesser-known opera called Adriana Lecouvreur by Francesco Cilea. Even though it is not quite so popular, I find that Cilea writes some of the most beautiful operatic arias that I've ever heard. If you're unfamiliar with the term aria, it is just a solo song in an opera. So this aria that I'm starting with is the title character, Adriana, and she is a bit of a diva. And so I thought that would be really fitting for tonight. She is an actress at a theater in Paris. She has the starring role, and she's getting ready to go on stage, and backstage, everyone is talking to her and praising her and asking her how she does it. And very humbly, she states that she is but a muse for the creative spirit, that she is just a mere handmaiden to the words of the arts that are spoken today and at the beginning of the next die. This is Io son l'umile ancella from Adriana Lecouvreur. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to take 1 second to acknowledge this beautiful pianist, Ms. Caroline Barclay-Hayes. As a collaborative pianist, Caroline has quite the job to do over here, acting as a full orchestra, and I think that she does a really beautiful job at it. Okay, so I would like to switch gears just a little bit. I'm definitely sticking with my diva theme, but I would like to sing some musical theater for you. Yeah, I think as opera singers, we also do sing other genres of music. So I wanted to bring a whole plethora of genres for you tonight. This is a song from a musical called Phantom. Now, don't confuse that with Phantom of the Opera, but it's the same plot. It is taken from the same Phantom of the Opera novel, but this is a musical that was written 5 years later by a composer, Maury Yeston, and he also wrote some other great shows. But so in this song, Carlotta is the wife of the manager of the opera house. And she, because of this position that her husband has, she is also the star of the opera stage. And in this song, she's really enjoying this position of power that she has. This Place Is Mine from Phantom.
Where does the time fly? Simply too few hours in the day. Oh, a diva's work is never done. No relief, no time for fun. Not if a diva has to run an opera company. Every small detail to supervise, every pretty face to scrutinize. I plan beneath these eyes this opera company. Why take on this arduous chore? Sleepless nights I pace across the bedroom floor. Why do I live completely for this opera company? 'Cause it's mine, from the stalls to the portraits on the walls, from the balconies the largest for a year. It belongs all to me, every item that you see, from the cellar to the crystal chandelier, from the fluted marble grand facade to the elevated promenade, from every toilet bowl to every leading role. This place is mine. I will sing, I will glow, I will never let it go. I will hold it ever captive in my hand. Like a god, like a queen, I will enter any scene and control will burn, I will scheme, I will realize my dream. 'Cause if I'm not in the light, I'm incomplete. And the best part I'm just coming to, oh, they all applaud for you know who. I can't believe I'm here, and this is my career. It must be seen like a torch. We'll engrave it on the porch, like an edict, like a beacon, like a sign. This place is Thank you so much. So sticking with the diva theme for one more song, this is actually a song by a contemporary classical music composer by the name of Lori Laitman. Lori Laitman writes opera herself, and she also writes art song. And I like that we already heard that word art song earlier. When it comes to classical music, art song is just referring to songs that are written usually for solo singers, accompanied by piano usually, and they aren't a part of an opera or an orchestral work. So this composer, Lori, this song is definitely not her usual art song. She wrote this as a finale piece for a recital or an encore piece, maybe. I wanted to sing this to show you that classical music can be pretty fun, or maybe even a little funny, too. So this is Lori Laitman's Dreaming. Chocolate, but not me. The one thing that I truly savor doesn't come in any flavor. The item that I really crave starts with R and ends with A. So much fun to clip and save. I'm dreaming of a great review. Big fat titles, dark and bold, surely worth my weight in gold. So sweet to hug and hold. I'm dreaming of a great review. Ooh, it gives me such a thrill to read that I possess a voice so captivating and rare. To learn of all that I can do sends chills right up and down my derriere. Doesn't matter if it's true, think of all that it can do. If it stinks, I'll down a few, 'cause I'm dreaming of a great, dreaming of a great first big
The Martha Bassett is partially supported by the Reeves Theater. The Reeves Theater launched the Downtown School of Music recently right up the street in the old Arts Council building. Through programs like the newly established Heavy Good Scholarship Fund, they are a non-profit dedicated to providing music lessons for all instruments, all ages instruction in group and individual lesson settings. Learn old time, bluegrass, theory, composition, and more. You can learn more at reevesmusic.org. The Martha Bassett Show is also supported in part by Hugh Chatham Health. Hugh Chatham Health offers virtual care services 7 days a week. Hugh Chatham Virtual Care allows you to access a healthcare provider at a time that is convenient for you. If you're in need of medical assistance, you may schedule your appointment with a Hugh Chatham provider by downloading the Hugh Chatham Virtual Care app. What do we have next on the show, Martha?
Well, first of all, I want to have everybody give you a big hand for your performance just now. Pat Lawrence, who knew?
You knew.
Well, folks, I had a really hard time narrowing down this introduction for you because our next artist is accomplished in many different ways. David LaMotte is a songwriter, a speaker, and an author. He's performed over 3,000 concerts and released 13 records, touring in all 50 states, as well as 5 continents. He has a busy schedule of speaking engagements and workshops. He's presented at the Presbyterian Church USA Mission to the United Nations and delivered keynote speeches at peace conferences in India, Australia, Germany, and the Scottish Parliament. He offered the baccalaureate for 2016 graduates of Columbia Seminary. He's also given several TED Talks on the topics of what music can teach us about peacemaking and how to change the world. David took a couple of years off from music to accept a Rotary World Peace Fellowship to study international relations, peace, and conflict resolution at the University of Queensland in Brisbane, Australia. He's published 3 books that reflect these important issues, 2 of them children's books. I could go on, but I invite you to go to his website and read more about his work. David LaMotte, in his spare time, makes beautiful music, and that's what he's going to do for us tonight. Will you please welcome David LaMotte?
What a treat to be with y'all. Thank you for making me welcome and for the good gift of your time. I've been thinking a lot lately about how time is a non-renewable resource. It matters where we spend it, you know? Are you getting a little bit of weirdness in that guitar, sir? Yeah, there's something a little strange. I'm gonna just switch my battery real quick. We rehearsed this. I'm building tension. This is a part of the performance. It's really good. I'm just gonna switch into this other battery because it sounded a little strange. I don't know if there's some radio interference or what. You're gonna love this. Watch. It's great.
Talk while you change a battery.
I could.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that helpful?
Yeah, I thought I might start with an aria.
Oh, you're good.
It's a little strange, but I'm going to go with
Okay, good.
yeah, okay. Y'all remember the pandemic? Yeah. Part of me feels like we've talked about it enough, and part of me feels like we haven't even begun to talk about it. You know, there was a lot of hurt, there was a lot of trauma, honestly, for the whole bunch of us in various ways. I remember the first time I thought it was ending. It wasn't even a year into it, you know. But I felt this unclenching in my heart, and it was springtime when that happened, and I looked out my window, and what I saw outside kind of reflected what I was feeling. When we moved here in the winter, everything was dry and brown. Never saw the place in summer, no idea what's in the ground. Barren dogwood in the front yard, I wasn't sure if it was gone. Then about the 1st of April, I saw what was going on. Coming alive again. Coming alive. Coming alive again. Coming alive. If I really love somebody, I used to say that we were close. It's kind of strange to show compassion through this distance that we chose. But we hid out in our houses till the medicine arrived. And now the buds have turned to blossom. We're stepping to the other side. Coming alive again. Coming alive. Coming alive again. Coming alive. It's been a long and lonely winter. It's been a long and lonely year. It's gonna take a while to understand, but some things are coming clear. There was a story that I heard about how dying's part of living, but it's not the final word. So the leaves that fell in autumn turn to flowers in the spring, and the sorrow of our losses turns to songs that we can sing. Coming alive again. Coming alive. Coming alive again. Coming alive. Coming alive again. Coming alive. Thanks, y'all. I'm going to play you a seasonal song. I've been waiting all year to play this song. Now that it's September, I get to. I've got this online community on a website called Patreon, and one of the things that I promised them is every month I promise them a new song. And I've been doing that since the end of 2019, and it's been really powerful for me to have a deadline, to be able to tell people I'm gonna bring you this new song on this date, has been an accountability that's kept me writing songs. And that's really been a joy. So I give myself little assignments from time to time. And one of the things that occurred to me sometime while I was riding down the road in my car, daydreaming, I thought, what would the word September mean if it were a verb? And that's where this song came from. And when I wrote this song, I wrote it in tune. I'll try to recreate that for you right here tonight on this stage. Don't try this at home. I'm a trained professional. It started raining, didn't it? Here we go. Man, I love the summer with its wet green life just buzzing everywhere. But there's nothing like the first scent of the turning when you catch it in the air. There's something like a promise in a cobalt blue electric autumn sky. Like there's wisdom in the rhythm, like it's okay that the time keeps flowing by. September me, like an old friend at the door. Blue sky me with the beauty of the light I've seen 1,000 times before. Undo me with the tiniest of flickers at the corner of your smile. Let's take a little time, take a little time and rest ourselves a while. Well, you used to dial a number and anyone might answer where you call. And now you call somebody and their body might be anywhere at all. Yeah, everything keeps changing with the seasons. The waves become the tide. I'm just trying to keep my head above the water. I don't want to miss the ride. September me, like an old friend at the door. Blue sky me with the beauty of the light I've seen 1,000 times before. Undo me with the tiniest of flickers at the corner of your smile. Let's take a little time, to take a little time and rest ourselves a while. She said something, but I didn't really hear her. I was looking at my phone. So she said again, sometimes when we're together, I feel like I'm alone. Said, love, I'll be right with you. I just gotta do one thing. She took my face in both her gentle hands and whispered, you've been saying that since spring. September me, like an old friend at the door. Blue sky me till the shell falls from my soul and I feel like myself once more. Undo me with the tiniest of flickers at the corner of your smile. Let's take a little time, to take a little time and rest ourselves a while. Let's take a little time, to take a little time and rest ourselves a while. Let's take a little time. Thanks, y'all. Now I get to play with the band. Such a joy. I got a little story to tell while y'all get set up. All right, well, we'll see.
So if anybody was planning on going home at intermission, you don't really want to do that.
No. I saved all the good stuff for the second set.
That's right. That's right.
Except for this one. So here's what happened. I was camping with some friends right before the pandemic. There were several couples and our kids that went out in the woods and made ourselves uncomfortable for a few days just for fun. And it was great. We were having a really nice time. And one of the things we decided to do was that every couple would make dinner one night for everybody. And so one night, my friends, who love each other very much, actually, they're a really sweet couple, they were making dinner together, and everybody else was off playing somewhere else, doing something else. And I was hanging out with them, just kind of watching and talking to them while they made dinner. You know that thing where you wrap stuff in tinfoil and you put it up against the coals and you cook your meal like that when you're camping? What do you call that? A hobo dinner. What else? Any other names for that? A foil dinner. Yeah, okay. And what else? Any others? I've heard it called a silver turtle. That's also a thing. So there are several names for it. And every once in a while I get a really random one that I think only that person's family did that, but there are several names for it, and I'm here to tell you that there are at least 2 ways to prepare it. Because this couple, who had pledged their undying love for each other in front of their family and friends and everybody, God and everybody, they had very strong feelings about the proper way to fix this meal, and they started to discuss this, and it became a quite passionate conversation. And it was in that moment that I looked up through the pine trees from the campfire and I saw a little light coming down through the trees, and it was the muse. And she dropped down right in front of me and she reached out and touched me on the forehead and she gave to me a song. And it was a song about stupid stuff that couples argue about. The problem was she really just gave me the chorus. She didn't really give me any verses. And Martha told you I went and did this master's degree in peace studies in Australia. So what that means is that there's no conflict in my marriage. So I just didn't have any material, you know? And what are you going to do in that situation? Well, I did what anybody would do. I got on Facebook and I said, y'all, I'm writing a song about stupid stuff that couples argue about. What do you got for me? And if Deanna were here, she would tell you that my stories can grow over time. That's true. I own it. I never want to let truth get in the way of a good story, but... Right? Solidarity. But I am not exaggerating when I tell you that over 400 people commented on that Facebook post. People had so many ideas about stupid stuff that couples argue about. So I crowdsourced the song, and I think it's important to tell people that before I sing it, because I don't want you to worry about us. Deanna and I are doing okay. It's a real marriage, but we're doing all right. And I'm thrilled that I get to sing this song with Martha Bassett tonight and all this crew. All right, here we go. Seems like we're driving each other crazy. She can't relax and she says I'm lazy. Every little thing I do or say, well, she seems to think she got a better way. All frustrated and up all night, 'cause there's 2 ways to do it, but one that's right. Hands on the hips with the usual scowl, looking at the way I folded that towel. Sometimes I think I might end up dead, 'cause I didn't put the twisty thing back on the bread. Yeah, sure, I'll take the trash out in just a minute, but if you push it down a little, you could get more in it. And the way it's done is the way I do it. The way I do it is the way it's done. You can do it your way all day long, if you don't mind doing it wrong.
Well, we thought it might help the situation. Get away together for a little vacation. We cleared the time, but we didn't get far, 'cause first we had to pack the car. fast lane.
The way it's done is the way I do it. The way I do it is the way it's done. You can do it your way all day long if you don't mind doing it wrong.
Spins around when you put your headlights dim or bright, when you slow down for the traffic light, how dark to go when you toast the bread, how many pillows do you need in this bed?
Whose turn it is to let out the cat? Are you really gonna put ketchup on that? Which way to vote in the next election? And when we're gonna stop and ask for directions? I don't wanna start a whole bunch of drama, but don't get me going on the Oxford comma. Cause the way it's done is the way I do it. The way I do it is the way it's done. You can do it your way all day long if you don't mind doing it wrong. Love you, baby, and I hate to fight.
And I don't mean to sound like I'm always right.
There's plenty of things we can learn from each other.
And lots of stuff still left to discover.
So go on and show me how your way is better.
Nah, I'll just come back later and fix it later.
The way it's done is the way I do it. The way I do it is the way it's done. You can do it your way all day long if you don't mind doing it the way it's done. That's the way I do it, the way I do it. The way I do it is the way it's done. You can do it your way all day long if you don't mind doing it wrong.
David LaMotte.
Thanks, y'all.
Folks, it's intermission time. I invite you to stretch your legs and grab a drink and go check out the merch table. We'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Welcome back to the second half of the Martha Bassett Show, featuring David LaMotte, Mink's Miracle Medicine, and in partnership with Piedmont Opera, Kristin Schwecke and Caroline Barclift Hayes. We'd like to give a big welcome to all of our listeners on Radio Bristol, housed in the birthplace of Country Music Museum. Radio Bristol is a radio station and online destination for music fans who want more, from the earliest seeds of country to today's Americana and roots artists. It's WBCM Bristol Radio. Lowe's Foods provided our hospitality this evening, and we are proud to say that the Martha Bassett Show artist accommodations are provided by 3 Trails, part of the Carolina experience. Now, let's get back to the Reeves stage in beautiful downtown Elkin, North Carolina, with Martha and the band.
seems black, and you don't have to cry to keep the tears back. No, you don't have to try to keep the tears back, 'cause you couldn't cry if you wanted to. 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 Even your thoughts are dust. 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 So you stare at the ceiling, wish the world would mend, try to recall some better feeling, to no good end, try to recall some better feeling, to no good end, but even your thoughts are dust. 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 It's a sadness so deep. The sun seems black, and you don't have to try to keep the tears back. No, you don't have to try to keep the tears back, 'cause you couldn't cry if you wanted to. 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 Even your thoughts are dust. Even This is Reagan Mitchell. Will you please welcome back Mink's Miracle Medicine?
How about this house band? Wow. We're just having a great time. Thank you all so much for having us. And Martha, thank you.
Our pleasure.
Long live the Martha Bassett Show.
Amen.
We're going to play one that's a little bit newer. We haven't released it yet because our dear friend and I believe friend of the show as well, Chance McCoy, helped us record it. And hope you'll find us online or maybe out in the lobby tonight and eventually hear this song when it comes out. It's a song that I wrote. Actually, I think a ghost wrote it for me. And she lived in a barn I was working at. I'm a horse girl. And it came up into my zone, on my shoulder here. And the ghost one morning when I was there at 5:30 in the morning cleaning stalls said, and I said, oh, so it goes a little something like this, I guess. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Living in a movie, cast against her will, suspended on a bridge above the water like an oil spill. Used to float into a room, used to sing until they cry, open up like a bottle on the rocks. Every Friday night she'd be singing, I've been waiting for my moment, won't see me rush in the door, and if nobody shows up, I'm gonna dance in the middle of the floor. So I've been hearing ghosts talking up there in the loft. It's 15 horses, 13 stalls. Feet are shuffling on that old plank floor, dust shaking from the walls. It's giving me a heart attack, giving me a song. I've been waiting for my moment, won't see me rush in the door, and if nobody shows up, I'm gonna dance in the middle of the floor. Oh, I'll be waiting for my moment, won't see me rush in the door, and if nobody shows up, I'm gonna dance in the middle of the floor. Oh, dancing, 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 dancing in the middle of the floor. Dancing, dancing, dancing in the middle of the floor.
Our next song is a song we wanted to write about something that we all probably go through, but you don't hear many songs about it. This is a song about losing a pet, and it's called Patty.
Patty was my lover, and I'll love her till the end of my day. She could climb a tree, or she could lay beneath the bark in the shade. She walked into a room, sang a simple tune, and we cried. And we cry. Goodbye, everybody. It's been so nice to know ya. It's been so nice to know ya. I'll be fine where I'm going. Goodbye, everybody. It's been so nice to know ya. It's been so nice to know ya. I'll be fine where I'm going. Well, Patty was my lover, and I'll love her till the end of my day. She could climb a tree, or she could lay beneath the bark in the shade. We bloom until we grow. We love till we explode. And we cry. And we cry. Goodbye, everybody. It's been so nice to know ya. It's been so nice to know ya. I'll be fine where I'm going. Goodbye, everybody. It's been so nice to know ya. It's been so nice to know ya. I'll be fine where I'm going. Hey, where are you going? Why you gone so soon? 'Cause I was just getting the party started. Hey, where are you going? Why you gone so soon? 'Cause I was just getting to really know ya. Getting to really know ya. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you very much.
You've been listening to the Martha Bassett Show on National Public Radio. That was Mink's Miracle Medicine. The Martha Bassett Show is supported in part by our fine business friends of the show, Bowen Town and Country Furniture, Buckeye Advisors and Buckeye Moving and Storage, and Icon Custom Builders, giving your home transformation through renovation. Buckeye Advisors makes moving seamless with professional and personal assistance, including turnkey services from downsizing and packing to unpacking a complete setup. Their specialties include transitions to retirement communities, preparing homes for the market, and connecting you to resources to enable independent living at home. It's Buckeye Advisors and Buckeye Moving and Storage for when you need more than a mover. And Bowen Town and Country Furniture, local and family owned since 1956. American brands by skilled craftsmen using fine design and engineering and still producing beautiful furniture right here in North Carolina. It's furniture made to use, not just made to sell. Now, would you please give a big hand and a big Reeves welcome back to the stage from the Piedmont Opera, Kristin Schwecke and Caroline Barcliffe Hayes.
Thank you. I am going to start off this set again with an operatic aria. This is from one of my favorite operas, Rusalka, written by Dvorak. This is a story about from a Slavic fairy tale of water sprites. And here in America, it is the story of the Little Mermaid. So in this aria, the water sprite, or the mermaid, Rusalka, lives in the water, and a prince has been coming to the water's edge every day, and she has fallen in love. So in this aria, she is looking at the moon, singing to the moon, and asking the moon to bring him to her and let him know how much she loves her. This is Song to the Moon from Rusalka. Thank you. So while I was in graduate school in Wisconsin, I was a voice major. Yay, Wisconsin. Yes. So while I was in school there, we were required to take a graduate level theory course, which are notoriously hard. But we were given the option, instead of taking the really hard music theory classes, we could take jazz improv as a theory course. So you better believe I signed up for that. I ended up just absolutely loving the class. It just consisted of us coming to class, learning jazz standards, and then learning how to maybe improvise with some of those jazz songs. And the rest of our homework was going to see live jazz and listening to jazz music. So it was kind of a dream class, and it really deepened my appreciation for jazz music. So one of the very first songs that we studied was Autumn Leaves. So I would like to sing Autumn Leaves for you all. The falling leaves drift by my window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburnt hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear all the winter song. Thank you. It's so nice to have some of the band up here for this. We have one more jazz song for you, and this reminds me of some really great time that I've spent singing in Florida. And this is Orange Colored Sky.
Walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view, flash, bam, alakazam, I gotta look at you. One look and I am timber. Watch out for flying glass. 'Cause a ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out. I went into a spin and I started to shout up and hits. This is it, this is it. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Thank you. I have one more song for you, and this is a musical theater song that comes with one of my favorite stories to tell. So I am a teacher at Salem College, and I was doing a faculty recital a few years ago, and usually for a recital, a solo recital, we tend to plan maybe an encore piece, just in case everybody likes it and wants to hear something else. So for this recital, I had planned an encore piece. So we finished the recital, round of applause, everybody loved it, so, we decided to sing an encore. So I came out, and in the very front row, there was my boyfriend, and he was holding 2 bouquets of flowers. He came up on stage, gave me a bouquet, gave my pianist a bouquet, which I thought was just so thoughtful, and then he came back to me and proposed. Yeah. So it was wonderful. I cried. Lots of people cried. I put my ring on. I put my ring on myself because I was that excited. And
And so, you know, I said yes. And my now husband, he turns and looks at me and he's like, well, what do we do now? And I was like, actually, I'm going to sing another song. So go have a seat. And very fittingly, this is the piece that I chose. This is Till There Was You from The Music Man.
Please put your hands together for Kristin Schwecke, Caroline Barcliffe Hayes. I've asked them to stay on the stage with me to help me with a song. We are recreating a beautiful moment that I think happened before either of us was born.
Maybe, yeah.
Between two great singers. And I'm going to sing the part of Judy Garland. And Kristin is going to be young Barbra Streisand. Forget your trouble.
Happy days
Come on, get happy.
are here again.
You better chase all your cares away.
Are clear again.
Shout hallelujah.
So let's sing a song.
Come on, get happy.
Of cheer again.
Get ready
Happy
for the
days are
judgment
here
day.
again.
The sun is shining.
All together.
Come on, get happy.
Shouting now.
Love is
No
waiting
one
to take your
who
hand.
can doubt it now.
Shout hallelujah.
So let's
Come on, get happy.
about it now.
We're
Happy
going
days
to the
are
promised
here
land.
again.
We're heading across the river soon your cares will all be gone.
There'll be no more from now on. From now on.
Forget your troubles.
Happy days.
Come on, get happy.
Are here again.
You better chase all your blues away.
Are clear again.
Shout hallelujah
Let's sing a
and just get
song.
happy.
Are here again. Happy times. Happy times. Happy nights. Happy days are here again.
Kristin and Caroline.
That was Judy Garland and Barbara Streisand on the No, it wasn't. The Martha Bassett Show is supported in part by Explore Elkin, your one-stop travel source for the Yadkin Valley and beyond. If you're looking for hometown charm, historic landmarks, Main Street shopping, and fine dining, come stay a while in downtown Elkin. Elkin is a small town with a big community, so whether it's downtown events, music, hiking, or just paddling the Blue Water Trail, you can let Explore Elkin help you find your trail. You can learn more on Facebook or at exploreelkin.com. Support for the Martha Bassett Show also comes from these fine downtown Elkin businesses: Mountain High Metals, the Elk Pharmacy, Yoga on Main, Coley Hall at the Liberty, Angry Troll Brewing, Yadkin Valley Quilts, the Wisdom Table, and Fruition, Elkin's cutest little cocktail bar. Would you please welcome back to the stage Mr. David LaMotte?
Thank you so much, friends. It is such a privilege to be here tonight. My goodness, what a quality of music on this stage. I'm really honored to get to stand up here with these folks. I really love words, and sometimes I do poetry in my shows, and as you know, I sometimes tell long, rambling stories. So every once in a while, I like to switch it up and do an instrumental song. The cool thing about an instrumental song is that you get to decide what it's about. Everybody here tonight walked in carrying their old lives in tow, you know. There's everything in your heart you brought with you tonight, you know. So maybe this will be a container for it.
David LaMotte. David, while the band's getting in place, could you tell these folks about your most recent TED Talk? I watched it online this week. It was in Asheville.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, we recorded it back in March, and it came out about 6 weeks ago.
Okay.
And it has honestly kind of changed my life. All kinds of strange things are happening. I got an email on Monday from an author I have admired for decades, who said, "Hey, let's chat. I saw your TEDx talk." And goodness gracious, it's just moving. So a lot of really cool things are happening. I've been thinking about this stuff that's in the TEDx talk for a couple of decades and doing talks on it, wrote a book about it. And carving it down to 18 minutes was really, really hard. So here it is.
It kept me the whole time. It was...
Thank you. So it's kind of hard to carve it down to 30 seconds, but basically it's looking at how we tell stories of social change, and I believe that the way we tell the stories is pretty different from how it actually happens. And sometimes we tell hero stories with the intention of inspiring folks. And sometimes it can have the opposite effect because it's hard for us to imagine ourselves as these heroes. So if heroes change things and I'm not a hero, then I don't change things, right? So I'm kind of examining some of the ways that we don't tell the true story. Pull apart the Rosa Parks story, for instance, and look at all the ways we tell that story wrong. And it's pretty instructive. In the end, it ends up being a hopeful message that is also grounded and rooted in truth, I think.
I hope all you guys will watch it. It was really inspiring. I also heard that a few years ago you put a giant sign in your front yard that said, what did it say?
I actually nailed it to my house. Yeah, so I lived in the same neighborhood, my little town in Black Mountain, for about 25 years. And I lived there long enough on a busy road, on a busy corner, to see the neighborhood change quite a lot. And when it was a busy road with a busy corner and no sidewalk, the only way you get to know people is pretty much the people on either side, maybe your backdoor neighbors, and that's it. So it's hard to develop a sense of community. And one day, the town showed up and dug up the yard and put in a sidewalk. And I watched over the next 2 or 3 years as the neighborhood changed because people started walking their dogs and pushing their baby strollers, and people started learning the dogs' names. Not the people, but you know, that's a start. And people nod and smile as you walk along the sidewalk, and that matters. It doesn't feel like that's a big deal, but when a tree falls in your neighbor's yard, from your yard, that little nodding acquaintance actually kind of matters when you have a positive feeling about somebody before you show up at their door. And so those soft ties, sociologists talk about the significance of soft ties. And then we had, I don't know if y'all remember this, but back in 2016 there was an election. And I felt like the town had come and ripped out the sidewalks. And it broke my heart. All my neighbors were afraid to talk to each other. And I'm not minimizing the differences. The differences matter. People's lives are on the line there. But because they matter, I believe we have to know each other. Because I just haven't seen many people be rejected into making more compassionate decisions. I think transformation starts with relationship. So we have to know each other and then do the work, you know, of finding a way forward together. So I got frustrated, and I was talking to my family one night about this, and I said, you know, I want to put a sign on the house that says, somebody ought to make a sign that says, no matter who you voted for, I will jump your battery if your car is dead. Right? And that felt a little too specific. So we thought more about it, and my 7-year-old and my wife and I decided on language that said this: you are our neighbors. No matter who you vote for, your skin color, where you're from, who you love, we will try to be here for you. That's what community means. Let's be neighbors. That's what it says. It doesn't say all these things, everything's cool, because it's not. But we have to know each other in order to do the work to make it better. So my family printed a sign like that. It was 8 feet tall and 3 feet wide. And on Christmas Eve of 2016, my 7-year-old and I nailed it to the front of our house.
Wow.
And yeah. And people started pulling in the driveway and asking about it and wanting to talk a little bit, which was the whole idea, so that was great. And then people started asking where they could get one, so I made a website and started making them. And now they're hanging across the country in businesses and homes and churches and all the things. And there's a 20-foot tall one on Abraham Lincoln's church in Springfield, Illinois. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, so that's that story.
That's awesome. Well, will you tell us about this last song?
Yeah. So, yeah, what do I want to say about this song? We might just need to sing it. I chose this song because I wanted to hear all of them play some more. That's really what I was choosing. It's a song that you can interpret, like all art, you can interpret it, right? You can hear it different ways. So it's kind of got a little gospel thing going on, and if you're into that, that's good. If gospel doesn't work for you, it could just be a drinking song. It's fine.
Okay.
So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Pass around the drinking gourd. May your spirit be restored. Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Deeply when the wine is poured. Pass around the drinking gourd.
Pass around the drinking gourd.
May your spirit be restored.
May your spirit be restored.
Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Now rest a while and be renewed. Friends, we have much work to do. With love our cause and our reward. Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Drink deeply when the wine is poured.
Deeply when the wine is poured.
Pass around the drinking gourd.
Pass around the drinking gourd.
May your spirit be restored.
May your spirit be restored.
Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Now take your glass, lift it up. Or grape juice in a plastic cup. No matter where the love is stored. Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Drink deeply when the wine is poured.
Deeply when the wine is poured.
Pass around the drinking gourd now.
Pass around the drinking gourd.
May your spirit be restored.
May your spirit be restored.
Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Sarah, come on. Now join with all who drink this wine. In many lands and many times. Precious children of the Lord. Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Drink deeply when the wine is poured.
Deeply when the wine is poured.
Pass around the drinking gourd now.
Pass around the drinking gourd.
May 'cause different notes make up a chord. Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Drink deeply when the wine is poured.
Deeply when the wine is poured.
Pass around the drinking gourd.
Pass around the drinking gourd.
May your spirit be restored.
May your spirit be restored.
Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Russell. I was enjoying that, Russell. Drink deeply when the wine is poured.
Deeply when the wine is poured.
Pass around the drinking gourd now.
Pass around the drinking gourd.
May your spirit be restored.
May your spirit be restored.
Drink deeply when the wine is poured. Drink deeply when the wine is poured.
When the wine is
Drink deeply when the wine is poured.
This is David LaMotte. I'd like to invite everybody else back out on the stage. Stay here, David. Oh, thank you so much for being with us tonight. What a great night it's been. What a super fun day it's been for all of us to hang out and hear each other and get to make music together. Put your hands together again for Kristin and Caroline. And for Melissa and Daniel of Mink's Miracle Medicine. For David LaMotte. And for this awesome house band. You are welcome to sing with us on this. I've asked David if he'll lead it for us. This is a song I'm pretty sure you'll know.
Yeah, you might know this one. I didn't write this song. I was going to write it. But Dino Valenti wrote it first. The Youngbloods made it famous. And it's one of those songs where the lyric really holds up across the years. Not every song that I loved when I was a kid really holds up all that well, but this one still does. Love is but a song we sing. Fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now.
Some may come and some may go, but we will surely pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last. We are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now.
we sing them, you will understand. You hold the key to love and fear in your trembling hand. It's just one key unlocks them both, and it's there at your command. So come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now, right now, yeah. Right now, right now, right now, right now. Thank you all so much.
Thank you all for tuning in and to our beautiful live audience. Let's hear it for David LaMotte, Mink's Miracle Medicine, Kristin Schwecke, and Caroline Martland Hayes. How about our fearless leader, Martha Bassett? Another big thanks to our fine partners, Piedmont Opera. The band tonight was Daniel Mouse, Sarah Howell, Russell Kelly, Reagan Mitchell, Rex McGee, Ben Singer, and me, Pat Lawrence. James Brickey, Doug Williams, and Brady Reed handled the sound. And the bass, Nick Bassett, Danny Carr,